Welcome to 21st Sports, and the breaking news out of San Francisco is that the 49ers have hired Chip Kelly to be their head coach. That's right, the 49ers have announced that they are hiring Chip Kelly as their head coach. So Chip Kelly didn't spend too long out of a job, as he was fired after week 16 by the Eagles, and before round 2, the divisional round of the playoffs, he has now landed the job in San Francisco. So Kelly had been a coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was their head coach for the last 3 seasons. Before that, he was a coach at the college ranks since 1990, most notably at Oregon as their head coach from 2009 to 2012. He was the coordinator for Oregon in 2007 and 2008. Before that, he was a coach at New Hampshire for quite some time, from 94 to 2006. And he actually was at Johns Hopkins and then New Hampshire and Columbia before that. So he's been coaching for a long time in the college ranks, and he had a lot of success at Oregon, one of the best teams there in the nation. And they came up to the NFL in 2013, and the Eagles in his first year were 10-6. They were also 10-6 in his second year, but then this past year they were just 6-9 before he was fired. And we look at the numbers, and the stats had a lot to do with why he was fired. The Eagles started off really strong the first 2 seasons. They were number 2 in yards in 2013, number 4 in scoring offense that same year. And then in 2014, they were 5th in yards and 3rd in scoring. But in 2015, the Eagles dropped off dramatically as they were 12th in yards, 13th in scoring. And their defense had struggled the whole time under Chip Kelly in terms of yards. They were 29th, 28th, and 30th from 13 to 15 respectively. And their points allowed just kept falling. They were 17th in points allowed in 2013, then 22nd in 14 and 28 just this past season, 2015. Although the defense was a top 10 defense in terms of takeaways each year that he was there, but they also progressively got worse, as they were 3rd in his first year in 2013, then 6th, then 10th. So the numbers seem to drop off as he took more control. But in San Francisco, he will not be doing the GM duties, as their GM is firmly entrenched, according to Kevin Patra of NFL.com. And so he's going to just be handling the coaching duties. Is Trent Balke, I might be mispronouncing that. More likely I'm mispronouncing that. But he's the GM there for the Niners. And so it's going to be up to Chip Kelly just to concentrate on the coaching. In his first 2 years in Philadelphia, when that was his responsibility, he had success. So there's no reason to think he won't be able to have success in San Francisco. And actually, the Niners is a tough situation. As we all know, they had run Harbaugh out of town, and then Tom Sula was the coach for this year. And he had actually been around before Harbaugh had joined the coaching staff there in San Francisco. He stayed on, but after just 1 season, they ended up firing Tom Sula. And the Niners situation, I thought, was one of the more bleak situations for a coach to have to come into. But if there's any coach that could turn the San Francisco 49ers around, I do believe it's Chip Kelly. They still do have some talent on that roster, and they did show some signs of promise this season on the defensive side of the ball, although they did struggle tremendously on offense. It'll be interesting to see what Kelly does under center with the quarterback situation there, as we've already got a quarterback controversy, and he hasn't officially taken the job yet, but now the word is going around about what's going to happen with Colin Kaepernick. It had looked like he might be done in San Francisco, but now with Chip Kelly taking over the job, now the speculation is that he'll get another shot as the starter. Blaine Gabbert he didn't pick up a lot of wins, but he seemed to progressively get better in terms of yards game after game. He put up some pretty good numbers overall, and they ended up winning that last one in overtime against St. Louis. I believe he threw for over 300 yards in that game. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there with the quarterback situation. Also, will Chip Kelly, will he go back to at least a somewhat more conventional offense that they ran the first 2 seasons there in Philadelphia before going full on out total college, innovative, cutting edge style that they did this season, where they were trying to run more of an Oregon style offense, just trying to run a play every 20 seconds. Didn't really work out for them. They had their defense on the field for about 66% of the game, 2/3, as their offense usually only had the ball for about 20 minutes per game when they were running such an up-tempo, fast-paced offense, and they weren't able to pick up the first downs and extend their drives on third downs. So it'll be interesting to see if he makes adjustments in that offensive strategy. If he sticks with it, it could be another rough year for San Francisco, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him go back to where he had success and go back to the system that wasn't quite so, cutting edge, I guess you could say, but that wasn't so college, that was kind of a hybrid of his college style with a little bit of a pro style mixed in. So it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out there in San Francisco. But let me know what you think in the comments section below. Definitely interested to read your thoughts and opinions and what you think about the hiring of Chip Kelly by the San Francisco 49ers. Thank you very much for listening. It's greatly appreciated. I hope you're having a good day and having a great week, and have a great weekend, and enjoy all the sports.